There's a simple truth about life. It will test you. It will challenge your limits, break your plans, and sometimes it will break your heart. But here's what separates the ones who rise from the ones who crumble: mental toughness. Mental toughness isn't about being emotionless. It's about feeling everything: pain, fear, doubt, but choosing to move forward anyway. I've been told you can't do it more times than I can count. I've been doubted, underestimated, and even laughed at. But here's the thing: your mindset decides your destiny. You don't become strong when life is easy. You become strong when you fall and get back up. You become strong when you take risks even when people call you crazy. So if you want to build inner strength, here's what you need to remember. So remember this: you are stronger than you think. The world doesn't decide your limits. You do. When life pushes you down, rise with twice the power. When doubt whispers in your ear, answer with action. And when fear tries to control you, look it in the eye and say, "Watch me," because mental toughness is not about being unbreakable, it's about being unshakable. When I say own your story, I mean embrace every single part of it: the triumphs, the scars, the messy chapters you thought you'd never survive. Too many of us live in the shadow of what will people say, or what if they judge me? But here's the truth: they will judge you anyway. So why not leave boldly? Why not stand tall and claim your journey as your own? Your story is your power because it is unique. No one else has walked in your shoes. No one else has felt your exact pain, your exact joy, your exact fight. And yet we spend so much time trying to fit into someone else's mold, silencing the very experiences that make us strong. Stop hiding your truth to make others comfortable. Own it, speak it, because when you do, you stop being defined by your past and you start defining your future. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has a story that wasn't perfect. They weren't handed strength. They built it from the rubble of their challenges. The moments you thought would break you are the very moments that shaped your resilience. Don't look at your struggles as weaknesses. They are the blueprint of your strength. When you own your story, something magical happens. You stop being ashamed of your scars. Scars are not ugly. They are proof that you healed. They are proof that you survived, and survival isn't just about existing. It's about rising higher than the storm that tried to drown you. When you accept your journey fully, people's opinions lose their grip on you. You realize you don't need validation from the world when you've already validated yourself. And let me tell you this: you don't have to come from privilege or perfection to build mental toughness. You can come from a small town, a broken home, or a place where no one believed in you. You can still rise. You can still create a life that feels bigger than your beginnings. What matters is how fiercely you hold on to your vision despite the noise. Own your story so deeply that no one can use it against you. Because when you know who you are, no insult can shake you, no rumor can break you, and no rejection can stop you. The power of owning your story is that it turns your pain into purpose. You stop saying, "Why me?" and you start saying, "Watch me." So don't run from your past. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Stand in your truth unapologetically. That is where real mental toughness begins, not from pretending to be perfect, but from embracing the beautiful imperfection that made you who you are today. And when you truly own your story, you unlock the courage to write the next chapter on your own terms. Let's talk about failure. Yes, that big, scary word most people avoid. Failure is not the enemy. It is the teacher that life sends when you're ready to grow. But too often we treat failure like a full stop, when in reality it's just a comma. It's a pause, a redirection, a necessary step towards strength. The truth is, no one who has achieved anything meaningful has done it without falling flat on their face first. When you embrace failure, you stop fearing it. You stop seeing it as a sign that you're not good enough, and you start seeing it as evidence that you're trying, that you're daring to dream beyond the ordinary. Every no you hear, every door that slams shut in your face, it's not the universe telling you to quit. It's the universe testing how badly you want it, and the ones who want it enough, they keep going. Think about it. If you only did things you were sure you'd succeed at, you would never grow. You'd stay safe, small, hidden. But when you take risks, when you dare to step into unknown territory, yes, you'll stumble, but you'll also discover strength you didn't know you had. Mental toughness isn't built when everything goes right. It's built when everything goes wrong, and you still refuse to give up. Every failure carries a lesson. Maybe it's teaching you patience. Maybe it's sharpening your focus. Maybe it's showing you who's really in your corner. Don't let failure make you bitter. Let it make you better. The moment you reframe failure as fuel, it stops being something to fear and starts being something to embrace. And here's a little secret. Sometimes failure is a blessing in disguise. That job you didn't get, it was clearing space for the opportunity that will change your life. That relationship that ended, it was making room for the one that will truly value you. That plan that didn't work out, it was redirecting you to something greater than you imagined. You see, life doesn't always give you what you want, but it always gives you what you need to grow. So, the next time you fail, don't shrink. Don't call yourself names. Don't say, I'm not enough. Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? How can I use this? Because if you learn from it, it's not a failure at all, it's progress. Mental toughness is born in those moments when you're at your lowest, when you've been told no 100 times, and yet you choose to rise one more time. It's the quiet decision to keep showing up, even when no one is watching, even when the odds are stacked against you. So embrace failure, hold it close. Let it refine you, not define you, because every time you fall and rise again, you're not just getting stronger. You're becoming unstoppable, and that's the kind of strength no one can take away from you. Your inner voice is the most powerful conversation you will ever have. It's the voice that speaks to you in the quiet moments, the one that whispers when no one else is around. And here's the truth. What you tell yourself shapes the way you see the world and how you show up in it. If your inner voice is constantly tearing you down, doubting you, telling you you're not enough, then it doesn't matter how much talent you have, how many opportunities you're given. You'll never fully step into your strength. Mental toughness begins with mastering that inner dialogue. It's about catching yourself in those moments of self-doubt and choosing a different narrative. We've all been there, standing in front of a mirror, picking apart every flaw. Starting a new project and instantly thinking, what if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if I'm not capable? But here's the thing, those doubts are not facts. They are echoes of fear, of past experiences, of other people's insecurities projected onto you. You have to train your mind the way an athlete trains their body. Replace I can't with I will find a way. Replace I'm not enough with I am still growing, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you won't have negative thoughts. They will come. But you have the power to decide which ones you believe. Your inner voice can be a prison, or it can be a weapon. Choose wisely. And let's be honest, the world already has enough critics waiting to tell you what you can't do. Why join their side? Why become your own worst enemy? Be your loudest supporter. Be the one who reminds yourself of your worth when no one else does. Because the truth is, external validation is temporary, but self-belief is unshakable. When you start mastering your inner voice, you stop living reactively. You stop letting fear make your decisions for you. You start walking into rooms like you belong there, even if you're the only one who thinks so. And that confidence, it's magnetic. It changes how people see you. It changes how opportunities find you. Mental toughness isn't about silencing every fear. It's about refusing to let fear lead the way. It's about talking back to the voice that says, you can't, with a firm, watch me. It's about turning doubt into determination. You won't get there overnight. It's a daily practice, affirming your worth, challenging the lies you've believed for too long, and creating a mindset that serves you instead of sabotaging you. So, listen closely to your inner voice. Ask yourself, if this voice belonged to a friend, would I trust it? Would I believe it? And if the answer is no, then it's time to rewrite that narrative. Because when your inner voice becomes your strength, when it's filled with courage and self-belief, there is no outside force strong enough to break you. And that is how mental toughness quietly begins, within, one thought at a time, one belief at a time, until your mind becomes your greatest ally. Focus is everything. In a world full of noise, distractions, and endless opinions, the ability to stay centered on your vision is what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. It's easy to get pulled in 1,000 directions. Social media tells you to live one way, friends and family tell you to play it safe, society has a checklist of what success should look like. But mental toughness is about cutting through all that noise and saying, "This is my path, and I refuse to lose sight of it." Here's the truth. Every time you chase something that doesn't align with your purpose, you drain energy from what truly matters. You can't build inner strength if your focus is scattered. You can't rise higher if you're constantly comparing yourself to someone else's journey. You can't hold your power if you're busy trying to please everyone. Staying unshakably focused means knowing what you want, why you want it, and committing to it, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when the world doesn't understand your vision. There will always be distractions. There will always be people who don't believe in your dream. There will always be tempting shortcuts that promise quick success but lead nowhere. Focus is the discipline of saying no, not just to others, but to yourself. No to procrastination, no to self-sabotage, no to everything that doesn't serve your higher purpose, and yes to the daily grind, to the small, consistent actions that move you forward, even when no one is clapping for you yet. Mental toughness doesn't mean you won't get tempted. It means you've trained yourself to prioritize what matters most over what feels good in the moment. It's about keeping your eyes on the bigger picture when the little distractions try to pull you away. It's about choosing growth over comfort, because comfort is easy, but it never makes you stronger. And here's something you need to remember. Not everyone will understand your focus. Some people will think you've changed. Some will say you're too ambitious, too driven, too obsessed. But that's okay. The vision was given to you, not them. Your dream doesn't need their approval, it needs your commitment. When you stay focused, you become unstoppable. You start moving differently. You're not wasting energy on drama or comparisons. You're not letting setbacks throw you off course. You're not begging for opportunities. You're creating them. Focus sharpens your mind like a blade. It allows you to cut through excuses and keep moving toward your goals, step by step, even when progress feels slow. So protect your focus like it's sacred. Because it is. Guard your energy, guard your time. Guard your mind from the endless distractions that promise temporary satisfaction but steal long-term success. Because when you stay unshakably focused, you build an inner strength that nothing, not fear, not doubt, not failure, can shake. And that's when you truly become unstoppable. You are a reflection of the energy you surround yourself with. It's simple. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, and fear, it will slowly seep into you. But if you surround yourself with strength, with people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in you even when you doubt yourself, that energy becomes your fuel. Think about it. Have you ever left a conversation feeling completely drained? Like someone just took away your spark without you even realizing it. That's the power of the wrong energy. Now, think of the opposite. When you're around someone who lifts you, who makes you feel capable, who reminds you of your worth, you leave feeling lighter, stronger, unstoppable. That's the difference the right circle makes. Mental toughness isn't built in isolation. Yes, you are responsible for your own mindset, but the people you let into your life play a massive role in either feeding your strength or feeding your fears. If you want to grow, you cannot stay in rooms where small minds constantly remind you of your limits. You have to be brave enough to step into rooms that demand a better version of you, rooms that inspire you to think bigger, dream louder, and work harder. And here's the hard truth. Sometimes that means letting go of people you've known for years. It means outgrowing relationships that no longer serve you. It means setting boundaries with those who keep you stuck in the same cycles. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone. It's about protecting your growth, because you can't build inner strength while constantly being pulled back into old patterns by people who don't want to grow with you. Strong people don't make you feel small. They don't compete with you. They don't doubt your potential. They push you, they support you, they remind you who you are when you forget. Find those people. The ones who see beyond your mistakes and see your possibilities. The ones who talk about visions, not gossip. The ones who don't just clap when you win, but also stand by you when you fall. Surround yourself with energy that feels like sunlight, warm, encouraging, and alive. Seek mentors who have walked the path you aspire to, learn from them, be around dreamers, doers, believers, the ones who refuse to settle for less, because when you're in the right environment, mental toughness becomes easier. Your focus sharpens, your confidence grows. Your belief in yourself deepens because you're reminded daily that greatness is possible. And let's not forget, you must also be that source of strength for others. Be the person who inspires, not drains, because energy is contagious, and the more you give out strength, the more it multiplies around you. So look at your circle and ask yourself, do these people reflect the future I'm building? Or do they keep me tied to the past I'm leaving behind? Be brave enough to choose wisely, because the right people don't just walk with you on your journey. They help you climb higher than you ever thought you could go. And that is how you create an environment where your inner strength can truly thrive. Strength is not something you build once and then keep forever. It's not static, it's alive. It grows when you grow, it evolves when you evolve. That's why you can never stop reinventing yourself. The person you are today is not the person you were 5 years ago. And that's the beauty of life. Mental toughness comes from understanding that you are never finished. You are always becoming. Too many people cling to one version of themselves because it feels safe. They say, this is who I am, this is all I know, but life will always change, circumstances will shift, new challenges will demand new strengths. And if you don't allow yourself to evolve, you'll stay stuck in the same place, even as the world moves on without you. Reinvention isn't about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more of who you're meant to be. Every time you step into a new chapter of your life, you have to shed old beliefs, old habits, old fears. It's like peeling layers off an onion. Each layer reveals something deeper, something stronger within you. Maybe the version of you that got through your past struggles won't be enough for the challenges you're about to face. That's why you have to keep learning, keep growing, keep surprising yourself with what you're capable of. Mental toughness is the ability to adapt, to rise even when the ground beneath you shifts. It's the strength to say, I'm grateful for who I was, but I'm ready to step into who I need to be next. It's the courage to outgrow your comfort zone again and again. Because comfort might feel good, but it will never make you powerful. Growth does, and reinvention doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be quiet. It can be choosing to think differently, to let go of grudges, to start a new routine, to learn a new skill. It's about staying curious about yourself, about what else you can do, who else you can become, because the moment you believe you've arrived, you stop moving forward. Look at the strongest people you admire. They didn't achieve greatness by staying the same. They kept evolving, reinventing, reshaping their lives. They refused to let their past success or failures define them. They chose to keep growing, no matter what, so don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to step into the unknown version of yourself. Reinvention is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. It means you're aware that life is fluid, and so are you. It means you're strong enough to let go of what no longer serves you, even when it's hard. Because mental toughness isn't about holding tightly to the old, it's about boldly stepping into the new. It's about trusting that every chapter prepares you for the next, and that your potential is always bigger than your current reality. So keep reinventing, keep learning, keep evolving, because the strongest version of you is still waiting to be discovered. And when you understand that strength is a journey, not a destination, you become limitless. At the heart of building mental toughness and inner strength lies one undeniable truth. You already have everything you need within you. Your story, no matter how messy or imperfect, is your power. It has shaped you into someone resilient, someone capable, someone who has already survived more than you give yourself credit for. When you learn to embrace every part of your journey, the highs, the lows, the scars, you stop being ashamed of where you've been and start using it as fuel for where you're going. You stand taller because you no longer fear your own truth. And that is the first step toward becoming unshakable. But along this journey, failure will come knocking. It will test your patience, your resolve, your very identity. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can see failure as the end, or you can see it as a teacher. Failure is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to refine you. It clears the path, redirects your steps, and pushes you to grow beyond what you thought possible. Every setback carries a lesson, and every lesson makes you stronger. When you stop fearing failure, you become fearless, and that fearlessness is what allows you to rise again, every single time, no matter how many times life tries to push you down, and rising again always starts in your mind. The inner voice you listen to shapes the reality you live in. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, your life will echo that doubt. But when you take control of that inner dialogue, when you replace "I can't" with "I will," when you replace self-criticism with self-belief, you unlock a level of strength that no external force can take away. Mastering your inner voice doesn't mean silencing fear. It means refusing to let fear be the loudest sound in your head. It's about choosing courage over comfort, belief over hesitation, and possibility over limitation. And once your mind is aligned with your purpose, focus becomes your greatest weapon. The world is full of noise, distractions, and people who will try to pull you in every direction but your own. But mental toughness is staying rooted in your vision no matter what. It's saying no to the things that don't serve your growth, no to the energy that drains you, and yes to the daily discipline that builds you. And in that process, you realize the power of your circle. The people you allow into your space can either nurture your strength or suffocate it. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, who push you higher, who believe in your potential even when you're still finding it yourself. Protecting your energy is protecting your future. And finally, remember this: strength is never a finished product. It is a constant evolution. You are not meant to stay the same. You are meant to grow, to shed old layers, to reinvent yourself as many times as it takes. Reinvention is not weakness, it is wisdom. It's the understanding that every chapter prepares you for the next, that every version of you is just a step towards someone even greater. When you own your story, embrace failure, master your inner voice, stay focused, choose the right energy, and keep evolving, you become someone unstoppable. Not because life is easy, but because you refuse to be broken by its challenges. So take this with you: mental toughness is not about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. It's not about being unbreakable. It's about being unshakable. And the strongest version of you is still waiting to be discovered. Keep moving forward, keep growing, keep becoming. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, for opening your heart and mind to these words. My hope is that you leave today with a little more courage, a little more belief in yourself, and a deeper understanding that strength has always been within you. Remember, your story is your power, your failures are your lessons. Your mind is your greatest ally when you train it to believe in your worth. Stay focused on your vision. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher, and never stop evolving into the best version of yourself. Life will test you, yes, but it will also reward you for your resilience. So keep going, keep rising, keep becoming the unshakable force you were always meant to be. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your presence today. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see the strength you discover in your journey ahead. Until we meet again, stay strong, stay focused, and never stop growing. Goodbye.